Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Who Is He series, from Ramsers Academy. Before starting, please like, comment and share this video. Let's start. Changpeng Zhao is the founder and CEO of Binance, most famous crypto exchange in the world. Well known within the industry, Zhao started to receive broader news coverage in November 2022 during the implosion of rival exchange FTX. Zhao played a role in FTX's unraveling, and even offered to acquire the company at the height of the liquidity crunch that ultimately led to its bankruptcy. The offer didn't last, once the extent of FTX's problems became clear. As a result of corporate due diligence, as well as the latest news reports regarding mishandled customer funds and alleged US agency investigations, we have decided that we will not pursue the potential acquisition of FTX.com, CZ posted in a November 9 tweet. After the fall of FTX, Zhao has become one of the biggest names left standing in cryptocurrency. With more than $11.5 billion in daily trading volume, Binance's business now vastly outpaces every other crypto exchange by wide margins. The 45-year-old ranks among the top 150 richest people in the world, according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, with an estimated net worth around $13 billion. Zhao was born in the Jiangsu province of China in 1977. His parents were teachers, and his father was once a professor at the University of Science and Technology in Hefei, a leading Chinese university at the time. The 1980s in communist China was a tumultuous time for Zhao and his family. In a Binance blog post, Zhao writes of how he fled China at age 12 following the Tiananmen Square massacre. On August 6, 1989, my mother and I left China and emigrated thousands of miles away to Canada. For those who know Chinese history, this is 2 months after the events of June 4, 1989, wrote Zhao. Zhao and his family waited outside the Canadian embassy for several days for an expedited visa to leave the country following the bloody crackdown on those critical of the Chinese Communist Party. I remember the line outside the Canadian embassy was 3 days long. We had to take shifts at night to keep our position in the queue, Zhao recalled. It changed my life forever and opened up endless possibilities for me. Zhao spent his teenage years in Vancouver, where he worked various jobs, including at McDonald's as a burger cook. Even before Zhao enrolled in university, the math was expressed an interest in computer programming courses. He later went on to study computer science at McGill University in Montreal. After university, he interned for a subcontractor on the Tokyo Stock Exchange before working for Bloomberg Tradebook in New York for several years, where he developed software to match trade orders. In 2005, Zhao moved back to China and tried his hand at several different tech startups before getting involved in crypto and founding Binance. I was a serial entrepreneur looking to build a successful startup before I understood my passion, he says of his life before Binance. In September 2017, the Chinese government banned cryptocurrency exchanges from operating in China only a few weeks after Zhao launched Binance. Nearly 30 years after fleeing China for the first time, Zhao was forced to depart again. The move hardly slowed Binance's growth, and by 2021, a peak year for crypto, Binance reportedly handled more than $34 trillion in trading volume. However, it hasn't always been smooth sailing. Binance has been embroiled in several notable incidents. In May 2019, Binance had $40 million worth of Bitcoin, BTC, stolen in a hack. But the episode ended well, with customers being fully compensated. Most of Binance's tussles have come from regulators. Last year, the world's largest exchange was banned by UK regulators. The same year it faced a money laundering probe in 2021 in the US for regulatory reasons. Binance has a US subsidiary, Binance US, a separate offshoot from the main Binance. Perhaps to appease regulators, Zhao switched tracks last year and announced the company was ditching its nomadic structure. I am a technology entrepreneur, and we are making this pivot into a fully regulated financial business, he said of his plans to put down roots and establish a formal, fully compliant business. Despite these plans, the company remains unconventional, without a standard company structure and no official headquarters. Investors around the world are concerned that Binance's dominant share of the global crypto exchange market poses big risks to the industry. These risks have only grown after the implosion of FTX. In fact, CZ played a major role in the decline and fall of Sam Bankman-Fried's crypto empire. In early November 2022, CoinDesk reported that the balance sheet of Alameda Research, Bankman-Fried's trading firm, was propped up by FTX's native token, FTT. Zhao tweeted that he was planning to sell off Binance's position in FTT due to recent revelations that have come to light. Zhao's company had invested in FTX 3 years earlier. In 2021, it cashed out its equity in return for a $2.1 billion payout. Crucially, part of this payout was denominated in FTT. Ultimately, this move led broader crypto markets to realize that the low liquidity FTT token was propping up an insolvent FTX Alameda ecosystem. A run on the bank occurred, and customers scrambled to get their money out of FTX. But by that time, the money wasn't there, as it had been sent by FTX to Alameda for trading purposes, trades that didn't end well. Zhao stepped in, announcing Binance would acquire FTX in a development that stunned markets. But he pulled out of the deal following a swift due diligence process. He realized that the scale of the damage at FTX, an $8 billion hole in the company's balance sheet, was too great. Zhao is now seen as the unquestioned leader since the FTX debacle earlier this month. "Well played, you won," Bankman-Fried tweeted out to Zhao. Although it is clear that the debacle was caused by the nefarious actions of Bankman-Fried himself, rather than Zhao, the kingpin of the largest company in the space, Zhao has been vocal that exchanges need to promote transparency and help mend the broken reputation. The Binance founder is pushing for a proof of reserves model in the wake of the FTX scandal. Under the system, customers' assets can be proven through the use of a public blockchain. But critics say that even Binance remains worryingly opaque. Without knowing Binance's liabilities, having proof of reserves doesn't matter much. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like the video and share to your friends. See you soon.